how much time do you have left for your personal life? Nabanggit mo yung mga barkada mo, lahat sila may asawa, may anak. I mean, most of them may asawa at may anak na. Sabi mo, ikaw single pa. Are there thoughts in your mind of about, do you have a timeline for settling down? Na pag-iisipan ba yun?
Oh, naku, baka maraming mag-react sa sasabihin ko. Kasi, actually, I'm one of those people that I'm sure you've met individuals that have also made the choice na maybe marriage is not for them, maybe kids are not for them. And for me, kasi it's not really about thinking of, do I want a husband or kids, or do I want to take that path on? Right now, I really truly believe in accepting what God has laid out for me. And open naman ako sa lahat ng yan kasi feeling ng iba, ayoko naman na, oh my God, I don't wanna date. I'm against all that. Of course not. I love kids. Sabi ko nga sa lahat ng walang kids, I love kids so much. You know what I mean? But I reached that point then in my life. I remember this was my early 30s. Early 30s kasi I like to think ahead. So parang for me, people worry about certain topics, certain issues. And I see it take such a toll on their lives sometimes on a daily basis. And even for me, sabi ko, I don't want to be, let's say someday, fast forward 10 years, what if I don't find the one, or I don't meet the one? Or what if I'm someone that cannot have kids, or I'm not able to have kids because I don't find the one? All these different ifs, what ifs. I was like, I felt like that those aspects should not determine yung I didn't want them to dictate my happiness or my sense of fulfillment in life. So it was a long journey of really me finally learning to enjoy the fact that, oh my gosh, if I'm not meeting anyone that I'm not interested in, why should I force myself to date? Just because parang, uy, pwede yan, or okay siya, or gusto ka niya, yung mga ganon. And there's a tendency to make yourself do that if it seems like there's an opportunity because it's the norm, or kailangan mong makahanap at a certain age. And I've actually happily shed those common, I would say, anxieties that people place on themselves na feeling ko, sana wag na lang para we could all just be happier, no? And for me, it gave me that freedom. It gave me a sense of happiness, kumbaga letting it go na I don't even worry about it or think about it. Kasi for me, kung may dumating, yay, I'll be happy and inspired. Pero kung wala, I'm actually so focused on the work that I'm doing, and I've found happiness in that, to tell myself na, a man should not be the definition of you feeling complete. But if there is a man or a partner in your life who can support you, love you, and catapult you into even more greatness, then why not, diba? And of course, children. I love kids. I have pets and I love kids. Grabe, lahat ng kakilala ko na may anak na nagiging ako, and I adore children, and I've always thought that I would have my own. But now, at this point in my life, I've actually come to terms with, you know what? I can live vicariously through my friends. I can love my godchildren, and I can channel, hopefully, that love into different other individuals, and not just towards my own children. But once again, open to it, whatever God has planned, pero hoping that people find empowerment and strength in realizing that it's also not just about that.
Okay, so just to be clear, diba? Parang hindi actively seeking, but if, it happens, then it happens because you're happy as is and whole as is.
Yes. But I've waited in years.
Talaga? Like, I mean, I imagine, kasi parang, di ba, pag sa pelikula, di ba, when you watch movies about single people in the US, parang all they do is go out on dates, ganyan. Wasn't it like that for you? I mean, your younger years in the US, hindi ka ba, parang, feeling ko pag ganun, parang everyday may date ang tao sa States.
Oh my gosh, there's a tendency for that to be true. Yes. In the US, dating is a normal everyday thing naman. You shouldn't judge anyone for wanting to explore, which is true. But I have to admit, I did entertain dating, exploring, and meeting wonderful people out there. So, date din ako. Siguro dahil na din, baka it's a case na rin of been there, done that, no? Parang pag ganitong edad na, I'm 41 and I pretty much feel like I already know what I want. So parang wala na rin ako sa phase ng exploring. It's more of feeling ko pag meron talaga akong na-encounter na individual na wow. I will know the wow. Yung marirealize mo na, ay, iba tong taong to. I'd like to get to know this person more. But it's not really about the dating per se anymore. But of course, I'm a human being. I'm a woman. I also dated. I had fun. And I've also met some amazing human beings out there, and they were all kind and wonderful.
Mas mahirap ba mag-date in the US than here in Manila? Parang feeling ko kasi dito since, syempre very public persona ka, very public figure. Parang anytime you go to a restaurant na may kasama kang lalaki, parang pagtitingin ka ng mga tao.
Oh my gosh! Actually, hindi ko na maalala yung last time na nakipag-date talaga din ako dito. Honestly, I'm not a big dater din. Ako yung type na kailangan ma-develop. Tama ba yun?
Okay.
Sa dates, I feel like dates are one of the most awkward things, lalo na yung dinner na magkaharap kayo and you're just talking to each other. Kumbaga, activities are better. Am I being a prude in that way? Hindi naman. It's just,
Hindi naman.
May anxiety din.
So some people kasi ayaw rin nila yung tipong blind date kasi nga may pressure agad, 'di ba? Na parang it's either you will like the person or you won't like the person. So grabe yung pressure nun.
Yes. I'm not the type that would probably go on a blind date. I've never actually been on a blind date. But yeah, to me, getting to know someone is more than just the date. Because a date is always best foot forward. It's showing a side that potentially you've already seen. Like, to me, it's more important to have those bonding experiences that you see what the person really is like in little moments, whatever those bonding experiences and activities may be. That's why hindi ako big on face-to-face dating. I know some people enjoy it. I wish I did. But I get anxious and nervous.
You know what? Alam mo, okay, so parang a few days ago, nag-lunch ako with my friend from high school. Parang ganito yung conversation namin. Kasi sabi niya, for the longest time, in her 20s, 30s, parang enjoy siya nagde-date, ganyan, puro date. And then after a while, ayaw na niya. And then nung time na ayaw na niya, I mean, not na ayaw na niya, but parang yung time na ayaw na niya to actively seek someone, parang biglang may dumating and now she's engaged. At the age of 43. Yes.
Uy! Wow, thank you for sharing that.
So naalala ko yung similarity ng conversation namin a few days ago tapos yung conversation natin ngayon. So baka pag next na nag-uusap tayo, ang kinukwento mo na sa akin yung story of engagement.
Baka sana kitang tanungin, paano na-meet ng friend mo? Joke lang. Next time.
It's really in God's time. Whenever it's meant for you, that's when it happens, right? And we just find happiness in many different areas of our life. And I'm so glad to see that you find it in so many different things. Like you have it in your advocacies and you have it with your music. So that's great. And I look forward to that.